In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the t-table. Some of my classes, I actually went ahead and went over this. My Tuesday, Thursday, because class, especially in the afternoon, because there was a blackout and the lights were turned off. I didn't get a chance to go over this. So if you already know how to use the t-table, okay, perfect. You can go ahead and skip this video. But if you don't, then I'll go ahead and explain what this is, right? So this is a t-table, right? It has a couple things. When do we use this t-table? Well, let me go ahead and go back over here. We use a t-table when we are using or finding the confidence interval for a mean, which I'll show in another video. But let me just show you how to use the table. So the first thing that you want to do is find degrees of freedom. That's the first step. Then after that, you want to look at the bottom and look at the appropriate confidence interval or confidence level. So I will give you that. And then after that, you want to match, this shouldn't say math, this should say match the degrees of freedom with the appropriate confidence, okay? Now, you probably are wondering what the heck is this, right? Well, the student t distribution, right, is just basically it looks like a normal curve, right? So it just has fatter tails. It also has something called degrees of freedom, right? That's just equal to the sample size n minus 1. And then we only use this when we have the sample standard deviation, okay? So for right now, let's just figure out how to find t star. So let me give an example. So find t star when n equals, I don't know, 15 for 99% confidence, okay? So let's say that was my problem, okay? So I wanted to find t star when n equals 15 for 99% confidence. Okay, so what the first thing that you want to do, right, is follow these directions, right? So the first step is find your degrees of freedom, right? So what is my df? Well, df is just equal to n minus 1, right? So it's just 15 minus 1. This gives me 14, okay? And now the next thing that I want to do is I want to look at the bottom of the table and find the appropriate confidence level, right? So our confidence level is 99%. So I'm going to go back to my table. And you'll see that my degrees of freedom are actually 14, right? Because that's what we calculated. So it's 14, and the appropriate confidence level in this case is 99. And if you look on the bottom, it says confidence level, right? So we are going to go ahead and match up 99 with 14, okay? And what we find is that our t star is going to be this number, 2.977, okay? So 2.977 is my t star. So when we match, t star is 2.977. That's basically all it is. So there's really nothing to calculate. You just got to know how to use a table, right? So let's just do another example. Let's say I want 80% confidence, right? With n equal to 31, okay? So our degrees of freedom, right, is still going to be n minus 1. So 31 minus 1 gives me 30, right? The next thing, what kind of confidence do we have? Well, we want 80%. Now we're going to match the 80 with the 30, okay? So we're going to go back to my t-table, right? So the 80 and the 30. So 80% confidence, 30 degrees of freedom, right? So my answer is going to be 1.310, okay? So 1.310, whoops. So my answer for t star is 1.310. That is my answer. So it's very self-explanatory. Notice that if I were to have n equals, I don't know, 102, for example, and you look at the table, you'll notice that at 102, well, we don't have 102, right? We only go down to 80 or to 100. So what I would say is that whenever you have this, whenever you have degrees of freedom, right, in this case will be 101, well, since 101 is not there, you're going to choose closest, whatever is closest to that number, right, because we are very limited on it, okay? That's basically how you find t star, okay? In the next video, I will show you what is the whole significance of this t star, okay?